Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 21 of my Midnight Suns analytics run-through. Got a special episode for you here, 2 fights in 1. We've got the second trial for Hunter and Charlie. This time we've got some Guardians in this trial. Later we'll have a general mission, and then we'll have analytics that involve both groups. And so we're learning a little bit about the gods. You're going to see some fight that looks a lot similar to the last one. The only difference in this one is that these Guardians are really, really tough. They have just an absolute ton of hit points, so it just takes a long time to knock them down. And once they hit hard. You'll see that this might be the strongest villains we've faced is these Guardian dudes. But Charlie and Hunter are pretty successful, and they do a good job of taking these dudes out. We'll take out at least one of them before they get a chance to take a turn, hopefully.
Maybe you don't realize the trouble you are in, friend.
And whenever you hit one of these Guardians, they're going to go after the person that hit them. So no, we didn't get rid of any of the Guardians in the first round, so that's really going to be tough on Hunter. 40 damage from one hit. That's a really tough start. And then we get 2 more hits, so that's 40 more. And then another Shadow Hound is going to get a little bit of more damage in on Hunter. So you might not have noticed this in the end of the last episode, or I might not have shown it, but we started this mission as level 6. You can see Hunter's level in the lower left corner of the screen. The recommended level for this trial was level 8, and I started it before I bothered to notice that, so there's a good chance that we're going to be out on this one and have to do it over. I'll come back when we get higher level, but it's worth giving it a try, seeing it all the way through, see if we can pull this off. It's a pretty tight one, though. So this is a pretty cool move that Charlie does. What we can do here is mark all these different bad guys. It makes it so that when they die, we best essentially turn our play into a card quick. So we're not only going to get to draw a card from that one, we also get the card play refunded for each of these Shadow Hounds, which is really great. Because the real problem with this this trial is not the difficulty of getting rid of dudes. There's plenty of they're plenty easy to beat. The problem is that we run out of cards. So because with the mark, we can get plenty of card play. And we can get plenty of damage to get these Shadow Hounds out of here. The problem is that we just don't have enough ways to actually hit them, because sometimes we'll see that we run out of cards before we run out of card plays in these trials. So yeah, we only have 1 attack play left. So we added a redraw so we can see if we can get something out of there. Getting a vulnerable on this dude. Okay, so we needed to heal anyway, so we might as well run this heal. It was going to be impossible for Hunter to make it through if we didn't get 100 health right then. Now pushing this guy back might put him in position to be able to throw this rock over in the corner at him. Let's see if we can get him close enough so that we don't need a card play to get this dude out of the game. Thank goodness, it's just enough to crawl over the line and get this Guardian out of here. Only 1 Guardian left to attack with is not so bad, and especially if the Guardian's going to attack Hunter instead of Charlie. There's no way for Charlie to heal. Okay, so wounded is a really painful point. I'm sorry, I should say that Hunter could heal Charlie, but wounded is a little bit of a pain. Okay, we're gonna mark again so that we get all these Shadow Hounds marked.
Beasts may look like her children, but they're only illusions meant to test your skills.
And we've got some good cards. We should be able to get out of this, and maybe not in this round, but should be in a good situation. As long as we get rid of everything that's attacking Charlie, we should really be in a good spot. And remember that the Guardians end up getting taunted by whoever attacks them last, so to really be smart about who attacks the Guardian last. This is good play by Hunter. Although it applies vulnerable to her, it's a ton of damage on the Guardian. Might be worth it just to play that out. This wounded effect is really a pain in the butt, though. Taking 13 damage for every single attack is just not cool, so it'd be beneficial if we didn't have that happening. But we're going to be able to heal again. This knockback is perfect timing. Oh, just kidding. I'm going to redraw it. And we will whip this dude into there. This was a super dangerous play because if I used whip and discarded the heal, I'd be in a lot of trouble right here. Let's see which one we're going to discard. Get that redraw. We did end up discarding the heal, so that was really not so smart. And then so we redraw that vulnerable and get this howl, which is much worse. And we'll discard that and try to get a bite. Okay, we'll discard this one, get a heal. Yeah! Oh! We just got the nuts draw. Oh man, that was tight. Okay, good.
Let us see if they have an answer for this.
Big win on that one. So there's nobody else but this one Guardian. We are going to get some more Shadowhounds out next turn, but man, 60 damage. We needed that heal real bad. Gosh, that was an awesome draw. We straight up pot of greeted that. That was awesome. Okay, these Shadowhounds aren't really a problem. It's really about making sure that this Guardian is not going to cause any more damage. I think we got to win on this round. Just got to pull these guys off, getting rid of as many of them per card play as possible. Really got to maximize the use of these cards. And we have so much heroism, it's really kind of sucks because neither Charlie nor Hunter, for that matter, have money cards that use heroism. I have Whip, which is a 0 heroism. I don't even know if Charlie has any heroism attacks. So I think this is the last guy we got to take out. This is definitely the last guy that's alive. Looking up at the left, we already defeated the 16. Yeah, so this is the last dude we need to beat.
Once again, Lilith's
And there we go. We killed everybody off. We survived for 4 turns. That's the end of the fight. That was a close one. A couple of times Hunter came down to the wire, really close to dying off. We add Autumn's power to our Abby shouting skills, our Skyrim-esque shouting abilities. 3 stars is incredible. I don't know how you could finish this faster, because it literally makes you stay for 4 turns, but we really came down to the wire, and being 2 levels under-leveled was quite a dangerous choice, but we went through with it and succeeded. So now we're going to do a general mission, and this general mission, I randomly chose the participants and managed to get Hunter, so we'll see more Hunter in this one. But good news is we get to see Iron Man. It's been a little while since you've seen Iron Man in the fights, and so that's pretty exciting. We're trying to get this shield guard to stop blocking this this Hydra agent. I think this is the second time we've faced a Hydra agent. Definitely the Faustus fight was also a capture Hydra agent fight. So it's the same concept. Once the shield goes down, this guy's protection is lost, and we get a card that lets us capture him. And we essentially have 2 turns to capture him before he runs off the field. Oh my god, I love this card so much. Chain Strike does such a great job of causing trouble. We're out of card plays, so now we're just going to chuck some stuff. Let's throw this box at this guy. He's going to live, just barely, so we're going to shove here, and that brings this guy back into play, just in view, and unable to be hit anymore. So the Marksman is a character that I would really like to not let live to next rounds, for this exact reason. And the Marksman puts vulnerable on one of our players, we get a big negative, and then they almost always go concealed right after, so they're really hard to hit. So I do have a way around that, which is usually to knock back a dude into the to the Marksman. Whoa, that officer just messed up Iron Man. So Iron Man's just been standing there this whole fight, and he just basically got hit twice while the rest of the dudes were doing all this stuff. That Hydra agent isn't going far. I tell you what, I absolutely love when the officers do this charge attack. We can almost always get out of the way of it, and they end up blowing their own dudes up. And this is going to work out really well. The capture Hydra agent is going to summon a bunch of extra bad guys, but I'm going to bet that about half of them end up deciding to stand inside that guy's circle. So Let's see how this works out. Let's see how many of these.
Stay alert.
Okay, well, only one of them. So what we're going to do, which I think is pretty brilliant, is we're going to figure out a way to get that officer from where he's standing.
We need to take
We're going
care
to
of
chuck
the
him
rest of
over
these
towards the
thugs.
other dudes
Don't hold
so that
back.
he blows up more of the dudes when he ends up blowing himself up. A nice quick kick from Spider-Man, get the card play refunded. We got to remember that we got that concealed guy there over there by the telephone pole. He can really cause us trouble if we don't order the operations of this fight correctly. We don't necessarily have to win this round, but we do have to get rid of that marksman this round. We got a forceful knock. Here's the forceful knockback I was talking about. We're going to shove the officer into a position where he's going to blow up like 3 more dudes than he did before. So that's pretty cool. We're going to get an extra move here, and that's because if we can move again, we can get in position to use slash to shove one of these dudes here into the concealed. So we're going to shove this elite into the... Oh, and because it's forceful knockback, that's enough to knock him out. So that's kind of weird clip there where we swing through one of the living dudes. But you gotta live with that from time to time. And we'll use the telephone pole to knock out this guy. Boom. That leaves us with 2 dudes outside of the circle. Let's have a quick explosion. Kill off 3 of your own dudes. Iron Man is almost dead. And as always, I always forget that the newly reinforced guys from capturing the agent don't get to go on their first turn. So I always forget that. I thought there was 2 dudes going to attack Iron Man that turn, but it's really only 1. We don't need that marked and vulnerable thing. That can come in handy, but it's not going to come in handy here. I wonder if Iron Man gets any XP for opening the box. It would be nice if he did, because he hasn't done a lot here. And then we have the special delivery. Spider-Man throws an officer into the elite, and we finish the round. Let's see, this guy's got to be 3 stars. Yeah, no problem. Completely destroyed him. That's a lot of credits. So we have 2 different fights to discuss in our analyses. I usually don't go over the trial too much, but we're going to include a little bit of that stuff here as best we can. I think that in this time, I think I included all of the usages from those in here. So, man, that's 1 surgical strike from Iron Man. I didn't talk about it during the fight, but it was really impressive. He got a lot of damage in. The charge was very successful. Let's see what else. The special delivery from Spider-Man on the last attack was really successful as well. And a couple of different times quick kick was really wise. So this is overall a pretty good set of plays. The MVMS for this round, I mean, strangely it goes to Iron Man. I think that's a little strange. We barely used him. But the 1 attack he did was really, really powerful. Surgical strike, really powerful. Hit for just an absolute ton of damage. I only got 1 knockout. That seems kind of strange too, but really put us in a position to be successful. So, yeah, I think that's interesting. I mean, putting out 99 damage in 1 attack proves to be worth it from my formula. And yeah, surgical strike with 99 damage in 1 attack is a really powerful play. And I thought special delivery did a really good job at the end there, but honestly, heal was the most critical thing I could have done during the fights with the Lilin, the Guardian, and the Shadowhounds. Then next, I decided to smush together the bad guys from both fights into 1, and so that you can see that the Guardian was the most challenging dude. I mean, we almost didn't get hit by the guys in the Capture Hydra Agent fight, so yeah, those Guardians were trouble. I think that they caused more damage than we've seen from any bad guy so far. And that puts the Guardian at the top of the elite baddies. We've had some trouble with the vampires in the past, but those Guardian, look at that score. It's way higher than everything else, so we got to watch out for big, tough bad guys in the future. So switching over to some overall scores. Iron Man keeps his first place position. That surgical strike was really good. I mean, I'm going to have to start to accept that Iron Man is actually a pretty successful hero in this game. And while he's not the most exciting to me, I think he's looking like he's pretty successful. Spider-Man is my favorite so far. I think a Chain Strike is my favorite card, so I wonder if there's a way for me to change the formulas to make that some more successful in the lists. Chain Strike, see, it isn't even in this top 10 list. Iron Man's Blast is somehow here. We're going to have to get at least one more use out of Surgical Strike in order for it to show up here. Special Delivery, though, is making the list, and I think that's a pretty cool card, and it has been proven to be pretty powerful. And so that's it for episode 21. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll be seeing you next episode back at the Abbey.